Hello, and welcome back to our daily English talk.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here today.
If you're new here, please click that subscribe button and like this video.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Roy. Didn't you know this is a place to practice listening and speaking with simple, real English?
Please help us by liking this video and subscribing. It means a lot to us.
Today, Emma, I imagine myself walking slowly into a clothing store. The space feels calm and quiet, and I see clothes hanging neatly around me. I feel a little curious as I look around. This kind of place makes me want to take my time.
I can imagine that clearly, Roy, and it feels very comfortable. Clothing stores often feel peaceful to me. People walk slowly and touch the clothes gently. It feels like a good place to practice simple English without pressure.
When I first enter a store, I usually look around before speaking. I like to see the colors and styles. This helps me understand what I might want. That quiet moment helps me feel ready to talk.
I do the same thing, and it helps me feel less nervous. Looking first gives me time to think. I can decide what I like before asking questions. That preparation feels very helpful.
Emma, do you ever feel a little unsure when you walk into a clothing store? Sometimes I feel unsure because there are many choices. I take a breath and remind myself that I can go slowly. That thought helps me relax.
Yes, I sometimes feel that way too, Roy. Many clothes can feel overwhelming at first. When that happens, I pause and look again. I remind myself that I do not need to rush.
I like how pausing helps us feel calm. In a store, pauses feel very normal. No one expects us to move fast. This makes it a safe place to practice English questions.
Yes, and store workers are usually patient. They wait and smile. That patience helps learners feel supported. Feeling supported makes speaking easier.
When I imagine speaking to a store worker, I picture myself standing politely. I take a small breath before speaking. I remind myself that simple questions are enough. That reminder gives me confidence.
That image feels very kind and realistic, Roy. Store workers hear many different voices every day. Simple English is okay. What matters is being clear and calm.
Today, our topic is shopping for clothes and asking questions in English. Asking questions is very important in stores. Questions help us get what we need. They also help conversations feel natural.
I agree, and asking questions does not need to be scary. Questions can be short and simple. Even one question is enough to begin a conversation. That makes shopping feel easier.
When I think about asking questions, I remember how my voice used to feel nervous. Over time, I learned that questions help communication. They show interest and clarity. That understanding helped me feel more comfortable.
That is a very helpful thought, Roy. Questions are friendly tools. They help people understand each other. When learners see questions this way, fear becomes smaller.
Emma, what is the first question you usually ask in a clothing store? I often start with something very simple. Starting simply helps me feel relaxed. It feels like opening a door gently.
I usually start with a very easy question, Roy. I might ask about a size or a color. Simple questions feel safe to me. They help the conversation begin smoothly.
I like that approach because it shows that small steps matter. One question can lead to understanding. It does not need to be perfect, it only needs to be clear.
Yes, and listeners should remember that mistakes are okay. Store workers often understand even if the English is not perfect. Communication can still happen. That idea brings comfort.
When I imagine listeners practicing this, I see them standing in front of clothes. They touch the fabric and look at the size. They think quietly before speaking. That calm preparation feels very real.
I imagine that too, and it feels very natural. Learning happens in these small moments. You do not need a classroom. Real life is a good teacher.
In this first part, we're just entering the store and getting comfortable. We are not asking many questions yet. We are only feeling safe and ready. This step is very important.
Yes, and it's okay to just listen and imagine for now. You do not need to speak yet. Feeling calm comes first. Speaking will come later.
I feel very calm talking about this with you, Emma. Shopping for clothes feels like a friendly situation to practice English. I hope listeners feel comfortable too.
I feel calm as well, Roy, and I hope listeners are relaxed. In the next part, we will slowly start asking questions in the store. We will go step by step, with no rush at all.
Now that we feel comfortable inside the store, Emma, I imagine myself standing closer to the clothes. I gently touch a shirt and look at the size tag. I feel calm and curious at the same time. This moment feels quiet and easy.
I can imagine that clearly, Roy, and it feels very natural. Standing near the clothes gives me time to think. I like to look slowly and feel the fabric. This slow moment helps me feel ready to ask a question.
When I start thinking about asking a question, I often repeat it quietly in my head. I want to make sure it feels simple and clear. Repeating it once or twice helps my voice feel steadier. That small practice makes a big difference.
I do the same thing, and it really helps me too. Thinking first makes me less nervous. I feel more prepared when the words are already in my mind. That preparation feels very kind to myself.
Curious, Emma, do you ever feel your heart beat a little faster before asking a question? Sometimes I feel that, even for simple questions. When that happens, I take a slow breath and relax my shoulders. That small action helps a lot.
Yes, I feel that sometimes, Roy, and I understand that feeling well. Before speaking, I remind myself that the question is normal. Many people ask the same thing every day. That thought makes my heart feel calmer.
I like that reminder because it makes questions feel less scary. Asking about clothes is very common. Store workers hear these questions many times. Knowing this helps me feel more relaxed.
Yes, and store workers are usually very helpful. They expect questions. They often smile and listen carefully. This friendly response helps learners feel supported and understood.
When I am ready, I imagine myself looking at the store worker politely. I speak slowly and clearly. I do not rush my words. Speaking slowly helps me feel in control.
That calm way of speaking feels very respectful. It also makes understanding easier. Even simple English sounds clearer when it is slow. This helps both people feel comfortable.
Asking questions is an important part of shopping. Questions help us find the right size, color, or style. Without questions, shopping can feel confusing. Questions bring clarity and comfort.
I agree, and listeners should remember that questions are helpful, not troublesome. Asking shows that you care and want to understand. It is a positive action. That mindset reduces fear.
Sometimes, after I ask a question, I listen very carefully to the answer. I focus on the main idea, not every word. Understanding the feeling of the answer is often enough. That helps me stay calm.
That is a very good approach, Roy. You do not need to understand everything. Listening for key words is enough. This makes conversations feel lighter and more possible.
Curious, Emma. Do you ever ask the same question again if you do not understand? I sometimes do, and I used to feel shy about it. Now I see it as a normal part of communication.
Yes, I do that too, Roy, and it is very normal. Asking again shows that you want to understand. It is not a bad thing. It actually helps the conversation move forward.
I like how this situation teaches us patience. Both people take time to understand each other. This shared patience makes the experience more human. It feels less like a test and more like teamwork.
That teamwork feeling is very important. When both sides try to understand, communication becomes easier. English does not need to be perfect, it just needs effort and kindness.
I imagine a listener standing quietly after asking a question. They are listening and nodding gently. They feel proud that they spoke. That quiet pride is very meaningful.
I imagine that too, and it feels very real. That moment can stay in their memory. Next time, they may feel less nervous. Confidence grows from these moments.
As we continue this conversation, I feel more relaxed talking about asking questions. It feels less scary now. I hope listeners feel the same change inside themselves.
I hope so too, Roy. In the next part, we will continue to reflect on feelings and confidence while shopping. We will continue slowly and kindly, just like before.
As we move into this part, Emma, I feel a deeper sense of ease in the store. It feels familiar now, like a place I understand better. My body feels more relaxed and my thoughts feel clearer. This comfort makes asking questions feel more natural.
I feel that ease too, Rory, and it feels very reassuring. When a place feels familiar, the fear slowly fades. I notice my breathing becoming slower. That calm breathing helps my words come out more smoothly.
After asking a few questions, I often notice a change inside myself. I feel less tense and more confident. I realize that nothing bad happened. This realization stays with me and makes the next moment easier.
That change is very important, Roy, and many learners feel it. Fear often feels strong before speaking. After speaking, it becomes much smaller. This shows that action is stronger than worry.
Emma, do you ever notice how your voice sounds different after you feel more confident? Sometimes my voice feels steadier and warmer. I speak more slowly and clearly. That change feels very encouraging.
Yes, I notice that too, Roy, and it surprises me sometimes. Confidence changes the voice gently. When I feel calm, my words feel softer and clearer. That makes communication feel more comfortable for everyone.
I like how confidence does not need to be loud. It can be quiet and gentle. In a clothing store, quiet confidence feels very natural. It fits the calm atmosphere of the place.
Yes, and quiet confidence feels safe. It does not push or rush. It allows mistakes and pauses. That kind of confidence is very healthy for learning English.
Sometimes, after asking a question, I take a moment to look at the clothes again. I touch the fabric and think about the answer I received. This small pause helps me decide what to do next. It also helps my mind stay calm.
That pause feels very natural, Roy, and it shows thoughtful shopping. Taking time is okay. No one expects quick decisions. This relaxed pace helps learners feel less pressure while speaking.
I want listeners to understand that asking questions is not only about language, it is also about self trust. When you ask a question, you trust yourself to speak. That trust grows stronger each time you try.
I really like that idea because trust changes everything. When you trust yourself, you feel safer. Feeling safe helps learning happen naturally. English then becomes less frightening.
When I remember my early days of shopping in English, I remember feeling unsure. I worried about pronunciation and mistakes. Over time, I learned that store workers still understood me. That understanding helped me relax.
That lesson can help many learners, Roy. Understanding does not require perfect English. People listen with patience. Knowing this helps reduce fear and build courage.
In a clothing store, communication often includes gestures and smiles. These small actions support words. They make meaning clearer. This shows that English is not alone. It works with the body.
Yes, and that is very comforting. You can point, nod, or smile while asking a question. These actions help when words feel difficult. They are part of natural communication.
I imagine a listener remembering this when standing in a store. They may feel nervous at first. Then they remember to breathe and speak slowly. That memory supports them in a quiet way.
I imagine that too, and it makes me feel hopeful. Our conversation can travel with them into real life. That connection between listening and doing is very powerful.
Emma, do you think confidence from shopping can help in other places too? I feel that once confidence grows, it spreads. Asking questions in one place makes it easier elsewhere. Confidence does not stay in one place.
I believe that strongly, Roy. And one good experience can change how we feel about speaking. Confidence can move with us into cafes, markets, and conversations. It grows naturally from small successes.
That idea makes me feel very positive. It shows that learning English is connected to daily life. Shopping for clothes is just one step. Many other steps will follow naturally.
Yes, and learners do not need to rush those steps. Each moment will come in its own time. Patience keeps learning gentle and enjoyable. There is no need to hurry.
As we reach the end of this part, I feel calm and grateful for this conversation. Talking about these feelings feels meaningful. I hope listeners feel more confident than before.
I feel grateful too, Roy, and I hope listeners feel supported. In the next and final part, we will gently close this conversation. We will reflect and say goodbye in a calm and caring way.
As we begin this final part, Emma, I feel a very calm and gentle atmosphere around us. It feels like the end of a quiet shopping trip. I imagine the store becoming a little quieter, with fewer people around. This calm feeling helps me slow down and reflect.
I feel that calm atmosphere too, Roy, and it feels very comforting. Ending a conversation like this feels soft and natural. There's no rush to leave. We can take a moment to enjoy this quiet feeling together.
When I look back at our time in the clothing store, I notice how much confidence can grow from small actions. Asking one simple question can change how we feel inside. It can turn nervous energy into quiet confidence. That change feels very meaningful to me.
I feel the same way, and I think that meaning is very important for learners. Confidence does not come from big moments only. It comes from small, everyday experiences. Shopping for clothes is one of those gentle chances to grow.
I want listeners to remember that asking questions in English is not something to fear. Questions are tools that help us understand. They make shopping easier and more comfortable. Simple questions are already very powerful.
Yes, and even if your question feels imperfect, it still works. Communication is about understanding, not perfection. A calm voice and a kind attitude help more than perfect words. That idea can bring a lot of relief.
Sometimes people worry about bothering store workers with questions. I understand that worry. But in reality, answering questions is part of their job. They expect questions and usually want to help. Remembering this helps reduce stress.
That reminder can help many learners relax, Roy. Store workers are used to many different accents and voices. They listen patiently. Knowing this can make asking questions feel much easier.
I imagine a learner finishing their shopping and holding their clothes gently. They feel a small smile on their face. They feel proud because they asked questions and understood the answers. That quiet pride feels very warm.
I love that image because it feels very real. That pride can stay with them for the rest of the day. It can make the next English moment feel less scary. One good experience can change many feelings.
Shopping for clothes is a normal part of life, but it can also be a learning moment. When English becomes part of daily life, it feels more natural. Learning does not need to be separate from living.
Yes, and when learning feels natural, it lasts longer. English becomes familiar instead of frightening. Familiar things feel friendly. That friendliness helps learners keep going.
Curious, Emma, If you could give one gentle message to someone learning English while shopping, what would it be? I think gentle messages can stay in the heart for a long time. Simple words can give strong support.
I would tell them to be patient with themselves. There is no need to rush or be perfect. Speaking slowly is okay. Feeling calm is more important than speaking quickly.
That message feels very kind and supportive. Patience allows learning to happen naturally. When we are patient, we give ourselves space to grow. That space is very important.
I hope listeners remember that they are allowed to learn at their own speed. Slow progress is still progress. Every question asked is a step forward. Those steps matter very much.
As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to thank everyone who stayed with us. Listening carefully takes effort and focus. That effort shows care and commitment. It deserves appreciation.
I want to thank them too, and I hope they feel proud of themselves. Choosing to practice English is a brave and positive choice. Even listening quietly is a meaningful action.
Please remember that English is not something to be afraid of. It is a tool to help you live your life more comfortably. Asking questions, shopping, and communicating are all part of that journey.
And you can practice again whenever you want. The next visit to a store can be another chance. Each time can feel a little easier. Progress grows naturally through repetition.
I feel very calm and thankful as we finish this conversation with you, Emma. Talking together always feels supportive and warm. I hope listeners feel that same support around them now.
I feel thankful too, Roy, and I hope listeners carry this calm feeling with them. They can take it into their next shopping trip or any conversation. English can stay gentle and friendly.
Thank you for spending this time with us and for practicing in your own way. We will meet again to talk about more simple, real life situations. Until then, please be kind to yourself and speak slowly.
Yes, thank you so much for being here with us. Keep enjoying English in small, peaceful moments. We are always here to practice together. Goodbye for now, and take good care.